Jesus is calling, calling for you and for me. See on the portals he's waiting and watching, watching for you and for me. Come home, come home, ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home. Why should we tarry when Jesus is pleading, pleading for you and for me? Why should we linger and heed not his mercies, mercies for you and for me? Come home, come home, ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home. Oh, for the wonderful love he has promised, promised for you and for me. Though we have sinned, he has mercy and pardon, pardon for you and for me. Come home, come home, ye who are weary, come home. Earnestly, tenderly, Jesus is calling, calling, O sinner, come home.
Good evening. Hi, everybody. We're so glad that you have joined us for Vespers this evening. I see that I even have audio this week, and so sorry, but you've got to listen to me as well. But we're glad that you have joined us this evening for Vespers, and we're going to begin, like we do every week, by lighting this candle to celebrate the presence of Christ in us, among us, and beyond us. And also tonight to remember all those who are suffering as well. Our hearts go out to those, especially along the Gulf Coast, as hurricanes are moving that direction. And so we always want to remember those folks as well, as long as as well as the folks who are in our communities suffering from loss, suffering from the effects of the pandemic where we find ourselves now. But tonight we are reminded that we're not alone, that we have the opportunity to gather together again, even though it's virtual, and to get to check in with one another as well. In just a few minutes, we're going to check in with the Levens and see how they're doing as well. On Sunday night, though, I took the kids back up to church so that the youth group to the youth group meeting, and I did not cramp their style. I went and hung out in the office for a little bit, and the youth did wonderful. They were great about social distancing, about being kind and respectful to each other and helping out. And it just really, even though it's a difficult circumstance, it really reminded me how and made me grateful for our youth and how they are able to take a difficult circumstance and turn it into something beautiful and something life-giving as well. So thanks to all of them for making this time better and being a little bit of that hope and peace and love that we all need right now. Well, tonight we're going to talk with the Levens. Justin is a deacon at Central. He also runs the live streams on Sunday mornings, and he manages data at the Markey Cancer Center. Laura has worked tirelessly with our children's program, and is also a professor at Baptist Seminary of Kentucky. They have two children, Greta and Felix, and they're going to talk with us too, and they might even share some of their favorite jokes. We'll see. So let's go talk with the Levens. Hey, Levenses, how are you doing?
Hey, Aaron, how are you?
Hey,
Good.
Aaron.
It's good to see you all. Man, you guys are all
Yeah.
on one couch. This looks amazing. Is this how you watch movies?
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Well,
We sit down and just, the children and the pets congregate. There's-
oh, that is awesome. Well, it's so good to get to see you all and to get to talk with you all tonight. And let's start out and just say, tell us a little bit about how you're doing and what things have been like for you lately.
Well, lately I've been working from home since the beginning of being, since COVID. I've been working from home. Luckily, my job can be pretty much done anywhere. So there was a period of time when I was going into my office because nobody else was there, and it was a little bit easier because I was able to get work done. But now I'm hanging out back home, and I'm still able to get work done. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing lately.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Now, and you work at UK.
I work at the Markey Cancer Center. I work in their they have a research department. I work in the research department with data management. So all the studies that go on in cancer, they all have tons and tons of data that they collect from people, and I manage all of it.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, and so now we're going to put your email on the screen so that if people need tech support, they can call you. They're creating a database. They can come to you to get the right schema and everything that they need.
For real. Do it. Yeah.
What about you, Laura?
Well, I've been working from home too because ever since COVID, we've had 2 kids that have to be at home all the time. They can't go to daycare or school, so we've been having a good time ever since. Yeah, Felix is, we've been doing a lot of imagination time and a lot of arts and crafts and a lot of discussions about how much screen time we can have every day and whether or not we can have more. And I've also been trying to do work. So I work for the Baptist Seminary of Kentucky. I'm a professor there, where we are doing classes online now. So people are Zooming in.
I want to be the home now.
No, we're not. And I told you, imagination is happening. So Felix, why don't you tell them what life has been like at home?
Yeah, what have you been doing? Have you been doing some arts and crafts, Felix?
Yes.
Yeah. What is your favorite craft that you have done this summer?
I did today.
What did you do today?
I made a chart of all the powers.
You made a
Yes.
chart of all the...
We've been imagining powers. Yeah. So there's a lot of them. We've been into it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay, Felix, come on.
That's awesome. Well, I would like to know, like, what is the best power on your chart?
Green powers.
Green powers?
Dream.
Oh, dream powers. Ooh, those sound awesome.
You can pick a maximum of 3. 3 powers.
Really?
But once you get on level 4, you can pick 4.
Oh, that sounds awesome. Dream powers sound
So
really
every
good.
time you get another power.
Do you have, like, eating powers? Is there, like, eating pizza powers?
No.
Oh, I think I've got those powers of eating pizza. So I was just wondering. So anyway, well, that's awesome, Felix. That sounds great. So Justin, tell us a little bit about about how things have changed for you all since, I guess we talked a little bit about you got kids at home and stuff, but what's different now since you've had to physically distance?
Well, we have a pretty small house, so we've had to learn how to adapt and to be cozy with each other. I will say, Felix, please stop. At the beginning of COVID, I was extremely productive outside, which was really nice. I built like a swing set for the children. I built like a porch swing and did all kinds of other stuff. So that was nice because I was able to have some time at home and focus on some projects around the house while also working. So that was nice because I wasn't able to do that otherwise on the weekends. But definitely things are a little bit different because it's not like I can just hop up and go somewhere on a whim whenever I want without having to think ahead quite a bit.
Yeah.
And there's always having the children around always, we don't want to send them out into the environments all the time. So they're hanging around here. So we just have to navigate schedules.
Yeah. That has to be hard to do. Well, I was going to ask Greta what she'd been doing this summer, and we'll catch her when she comes back. Yeah. Well, Laura, though, your class this summer was really well attended, right? And you got lots of stuff, and now you get to do like more of it.
Yes. Yeah. So this summer kind of in response to the Breonna Taylor case in Louisville and just George Floyd and the Black protests across America, we started a class where Lewis Brogdon, he's a professor in Louisville connected to Simmons College up there too. We co-taught a class called America in Crisis to kind of look at all of the different areas. We had about 65 people online with us once a week. The person that was the farthest away was a missionary in Malaysia, but also a lot of people local here in Kentucky too. And so from all walks of life. And so it was great. Yeah. And I was really excited to have a bunch of people in class because they were interested in the subject. And and so now we just started class yesterday. I had 2 classes yesterday, and we'll have more for the semester. And Felix, you'll start class tomorrow for school.
Oh yeah, tomorrow.
And try to do, or I guess by the time this airs, we will have started our first day of class for Thanksgiving. So so you're gonna start 2nd grade virtually. So we're gonna try to balance all of those things.
Yeah.
And work.
That's a lot of stuff. So yeah. Felix, what are you most excited about school starting back? Is there any subject or anything that you're looking forward to the most? No.
No.
It's going to be different this time around, I know.
Summer to continue indefinitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think that's where we're at in our place too. So,
Christmas. That's keeps going.
That's right. We have to go back to school so that Christmas will come.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. Unless you go to school, Santa is going to get all off kilter, and we won't be able to hit it at the right time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh well, that's great. Well, you guys have a lot going on. But that's so. Have there been any kind of bright spots in the midst of this? Anything that's been like something that is there anything that you feel like after, having gone through this that maybe you'd like to carry forward with you from this? Or is it all just, let's not ever think about that again?
I don't know. I've had a really good time spending a lot of time with my family. Because Greta is she's a hoot. You never know what's going to come out of her mouth. And Felix has got an incredible imagination. He's really smart. He's fun to hang out with. We've been able to being home during the day. We can go out. He learned to ride a bike during the summer, so we've been able to go on bike rides, which has been great. And I got a bike trailer, so I'll go out in the middle of the day and take Greta out for a bike ride. That's been really, really great. I don't know if we'll be able to carry that forward because eventually we'll probably have to go back to the office, but knowing that we're able to spend time together and not hate each other or whatever. I guess they're young kids, so they're not gonna be like that. But what I mean.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun for them.
Oh, well, that's awesome that you're taking the time out to do that, because there's lots of stresses of trying to get stuff done and trying to still be productive at your job, and then at the same time trying to watch out for your family and there's a lot of pressure on to make all that happen. So that's good that you're able to take some time to do that and that you're being proactive with that. That's great.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's I guess I would take the I guess we've had to learn flexibility during COVID times. I've had my workspace, like where I try to do work. I've been in 6 different parts of the house, including the garage, and there's been some hard moments with that. It's part of that is that it's realizing that we're making do with materials and situations that I didn't choose, and we're not, but at the same time we're able to make something out of it. I feel like I understand the lemonade making, metaphorically speaking, a lot better now. And also literally, because we have been making homemade lemonade, because why not? We're at home, we have time. So it's been good. I think, just to have a lot more time outdoors. I've taken out a lot of my, frustration with gardening and the earth. So, there's a lot of things that I've been able to do around the house, just to be outside, even though we're not going very far, has been great. But there are also some stuff that I really don't ever want to have to do again if I can't help it. I mean, we've postponed 2 vacations, just based on spikes and numbers and birthday parties and things like that, and having to, watch just having to watch the numbers and the cases and the graphs and the percentages go up and down just feels like every small decision just has huge possible consequences. I could do without that. I would like my small decisions to just be small for a little while, I think, some of them. So,
Yeah.
you know, but okay,
Yeah.
so it's nice to know that like more people are in that boat and everyone seems to be understanding. And I really like that as well. People who understand that we all have to be flexible. So yeah, if we can all keep that for one another, I will keep that as well.
That's a good point. People have been a little more relaxed with those things and have been a little more gracious with us trying to do things different ways, just so that we can get stuff done. So that's great. Well, Greta, has there been anything that you've done this summer that you've really enjoyed? What's been your favorite thing this summer?
You like your mommy and daddy the best?
That is awesome.
Okay. Anything else you want to tell us? What do you like? Like Holly and Felix the best?
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
Is there something are there things you like to do?
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
You like to work?
You like to work? Yes, we do. We have two children that are kind of, they're really into office supplies and pretending to go to the office. I think that, yeah. We've definitely brought work home with us. There's just been a lot of absorbing that.
Well, that's great.
What else? What about outside? What have we done outside? He's done a lot of work.
Yeah, you've done a lot of work outside. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that's great, Greta. Thank you so much, and thank you, Felix, too, for talking to us. That's been awesome. Well, I'm so glad that that we have had a chance to talk. What about the rest of your all's family? Are folks doing okay? You know, extended family and people in other places?
Yeah, kind of like what Laura mentioned, we had to postpone 2 vacations. We were going to go visit my parents down in Alabama. They live in Huntsville, and you know, we were going to go, or they were going to come up like late April, but that was just really bad timing. And then we were going to talk about going at the end of July, and the cases were just too bad in their area. We didn't want to go down there. But my dad retired from his job, or he's retired now. He worked for the government down there for, you know, since he was 18 or whatever. So that's been great. We haven't had a chance to go down and visit them and congratulate them on retiring. But hopefully we'll be able to get down there in the spring. I mean, maybe later in the fall. But they're all doing really good. My mom just staying at home, and my dad's staying at home. I actually did take a trip to visit my grandparents, and I guess at the end of June. I went up there by myself. I had a lot of tools and stuff that my grandfather left me several years ago when he passed away. I just had never had a chance to go up there and get them because I was on vacation with my family. So I went up there, took a trip by myself, helped out my mom's mom around her house. She lives by herself, and I visited my other grandparents. And they're all doing really great. So yeah, I mean, luckily my family's been healthy.
Well, good. And your family, Laura, are they doing okay?
Yeah, they are doing okay. So my sister is a hospital chaplain in E-Town at Hardin Memorial, and so I think this season she's been safe, but it's also been really hard on her to, you know, just with all of the different stressors, plus COVID, plus people not being able to visit their family members. But my parents, I guess she does keep all of us in good order though, because, you know, she has the pulmonologist and the heart specialist and all the other people doing the research, like telling her about everything. There's office work happening that way. So guys, come here. Come this way. Come back. Come back, please. Greta, come back here. Felix, come back. Come on, come back.
That's exactly what it sounds like when I work.
Yeah.
The exact same noise.
Just stuff falling down.
We're gonna
Well,
have Magna the whole time. Anywho, but that's just suffice to say, like, she's, so my family's been good and behaving and understand, but we're all just they're a little closer. So I think we've been able to see my parents, and they've been able to have grandparent time just a little bit, and that's been good. We can do that. So, and they're gonna help us out. I think my parents are going to be school for Felix for half the week, so he'll be in with them at their house, attending school virtually, so that we can do some work. And then, he'll be here the other half of the week. So they're pitching in. I'm really happy to have, good relatives who want to help.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Did you all have like a prayer or a thought or something that's been special to you all during this time?
I will say, I've been very thankful for Central. I've been there in person every Sunday, running the video and the audio, and it's been great to be there with, Aaron. We got you and Charles and all the people that have kind of come through. It's been great to be there in person and being a part of that. And, because, it's just been really great to be there and to help the church and to continue our church virtually, I guess, Yeah, it's been really
I should have
great.
brought that up earlier and at the beginning, because usually you're the one behind the computer with all the controls, pushing all the buttons, and the week that I had to do it, I got very nervous. There were so many things to do, and I was like, I didn't remember there being so many things to do. So we do appreciate all your hard work on that, because it makes a big difference. So
Yeah.
yeah, and there's a lot of things to keep in mind. Too many for me. So we appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was so good to get to talk with you all. It's so good to get to see you, and it's so good to get to
We're about
see how you all are doing.
we have about this much attention span most days.
Yeah.
This real world Levens' house.
That's pretty good. That's about as much as I have.
Yeah. I know, I'm not being attacked by school supplies, so if that's not, that's something being asked to spell. So that's what we'll be doing after we're signing off.
She did demand funny cupcakes made by Meemaw earlier.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we talk about those cupcakes every day.
Yeah.
Funny cupcakes?
Bunny.
Oh, bunny
rabbit.
cupcakes. Okay. I thought maybe that was a band name,
Like,
but if it's not, I'm calling it right now. So.
Okay. Her favorite joke lately's been, what is it? What's your joke, Greta? Knock knock, right?
who's there? Who's there? Guard who?
In the alligator.
Guard in the alligator.
Okay.
Yeah. That's. So tell us another one.
That's not the joke I was expecting.
Knock, knock.
Who's there? Pineapple who?
Pineapple in the same thing.
Pineapple juice in banana. Okay. Tell us another one. Tell us another one. Who's there?
Phone.
Phone who? Phone and pickle.
Phone in a pickle.
Phone and pickle. It's a silly joke. Feel like you made a
That's awesome. Phone in a pickle? I love it.
How about another joke?
How about another
Yeah.
joke? Okay, one more joke. Who's there? Family who? Who's there? Family who?
Pickle didn't say the family.
Pickle didn't say the family?
That's got a good callback in it. We got a theme that's developing.
Yeah.
So you may find
Oh,
a
yeah.
career in stand-up yet, Greta. We'll see.
Okay, Felix has a joke.
What do snowman eat?
What do snowmen eat?
Spaghetti and snowball.
I love it. Spaghetti and snowballs. Well, thank you all. Thank you for all that you do for our congregation. We really appreciate both of you all and how much you give to us, and also for all you're doing in the community as well. Thank you all, and thanks for taking time out for this on the day before school starts. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I know. We're totally ready for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it was so good talking to you, and we'll see y'all. You have a good evening, okay?
All
right.
Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye. Say bye.
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 See ya.
Thank you so much, Levenses, for taking time out to share with us. I guess the cat's out of the bag now, and that we record these things beforehand, usually on the day before. So today was the first day of school. So good luck to everybody. Actually, tonight, as we'll take a few moments to pray before we go, and maybe to sing a song. And as we do that, we do especially want to remember all of our educators and all of our students who are going back to school in a different way than what we would hope for and had been expecting. But we want to know that want all of them to know that our hearts are with you as you continue to serve in our community, and the students as you go and you try to do your very best, whether that's from home, virtually. So. We're all going to need to band together and help out as much as we can so that we can make it through this. So let's take just a few moments tonight. There's so many stresses right now, from trying to figure out how to go back to school and how to take care of your job, to thinking about loved ones and family, to those who have suffered great losses lately. And then we also think of those who are in the path of a hurricane right now. And so let's take just a few moments. I'll just play quietly for just a couple of minutes and give you the opportunity to offer some prayers in the chat if you'd like to. And then after that, I'll close this out and ask you to sing along if you want with this little light of mine. So now, Lord, hear our prayers. God, we are grateful for your presence with us wherever we are. We are grateful that your loving arms are always working for grace, for love, for justice, and for peace in the world around us, God. And we ask that you would help us to be part of that goodness. We ask that you would bring hope and peace and justice. throughout our world, God, and help us to be part of that good work. We thank you, God, and thank you especially for this beautiful congregation of people who care for one another and who remind each other again and again of the way of Jesus, of your love, and of your compassion for all of us. We thank you and offer these prayers in the name of Jesus. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Well, hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, no. I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. If you'd like to join in with some other groups that are meeting at church, you can find those at lexcentral.com/Zoom. You can go to our website too, sign up for our newsletter if you're not getting those announcements as well. And then on Sunday, we'll be right back here again on YouTube, but this time from the sanctuary as we continue to worship together. So join us again this Sunday for worship. Thank you so much again for being here. Please reach out if you have any prayer requests at pray@lexcentral.com. And you can find those also on our website at lexcentral.com/pray. Thanks again for being here, and we will see you Sunday. Go in peace.